Folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to work on another pair of earrings using our Bargain Bead Box Plumage. Now this set is a little bit, this pair I should say, is a little bit more complex than the simple pair we made in our first video. So let's turn down and I'll show you what we're going to do in this second pair of earrings. Okay, we've got, we're going to use the chandeliers this time. Out of my stash, I've got a whole bunch of odds and end pieces here. But I'm going to divide these in two. So anyway, now that we've got that the mostly divided up, I didn't divide up my ear wires, but those are going to be done too. What we're going to do is we're going to put this guy here, and then we're going to with some of the spacers, then we will be putting this bar below it with the chain, and then we'll be dropping this piece from here. So I think the easiest way to do this is you'll get our pieces here. We're going to put our pieces together. So we'll have, this is one of the chrysocolla pieces. So this is how this piece is going to go, and we're going to hang it right here from this bar. And then this piece will be why you go on there. This next, and this is going to hang from one piece of the chandelier. Then we're going to have chain that will go down both sides, and then this will be hanging like this. Now this is going to be a long earring, but oh, it's going to be so pretty. So let's get started wrapping these pieces on and putting them on the chandelier, and then our bar here, and then we'll get our chain cut in half, and that's what this piece is for. We're going to hook one side. We're going to hook this side on, and then it's going to go through the bar. We're going to loop this other with the other chain on so that we can hook the chains up to our other pieces of our chandelier. So the first thing I'm going to do is start wrapping our pieces here. So we will do our bends. And I'm just going to hardwire these onto their pieces. So what we want to do is put our bell making pliers in that bend, wrap it around the smaller top piece, bring her down and around, straighten her out some, leave a little gap here. We want that gap because we're going to push it down onto our piece, And then we'll grab them right here with my pliers where it comes together here. Take my second pair of pliers and we're going to wrap that up. Cut the excess off. And tuck it in. Come on, baby, tuck. There, I think I just got it. Yeah, maybe not. Boy, that's a stubborn little piece. It really doesn't want to tuck in there. There we go. So now here is the one hanging, and you can see I got it just a touch crooked, so we're going to straighten that up. All you have to do that is to take hold of that, put your thumbnail here, and straighten just a hair's breadth. So there is the one that is going to be on our bell, all finished. Now we need to do the same with this one, except for it's going to go on the chandelier. So the bell making pliers in so that the smallest spot's there. Over and around and down. Bring her over. Straighten her up some. Make sure you left a bit of a gap. And then we're going to feed her onto the chandelier here. Now we'll grab it with both sides here. And wrap it up. Now be aware your chandelier will probably try to get in your way to a degree, so you need to be careful of that. So cut it here. And tuck it in. Looks like we kept this one pretty straight, so that's good. Now see, this would make a really pretty earring with, I mean, we could have just put two sides like so and it would have been really gorgeous. But I have a plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece of chain in half. And I could count the links, but I find it so much simpler just to do it this way. Now these do definitely need to be the same length. And they actually may even need to be shorter than I've got them cut at, and if that's the case, we'll see in just a moment. Because what we're going to do is we're going to hang this here, and I think they may be about perfect. Then this is going to come across between the two chains. So the next thing we need to do is we need to open our piece here. Now I'm just using an eye pin for this instead of trying to wrap this. But you could wrap it if you felt you needed to. Make sure this loop is closed all the way down here, because you don't want your chain falling out. Oops, that was a little too tight, I think. There we go. That's much better. Oh, Now we're going to feed it through the little bar here. And then we just want to make an eye on this side as well. So since we don't need nearly this much wire, we're going to cut it. And then we're going to wrap it. And I'm going to use my round nose pliers instead of my bell making plier, because this, I don't want a really big loop on this side. So and I notice it could be a wee bit smaller yet, so I'm going to cut just a teeny bit more off, but just a teeny bit, because you see how the angle is right there. And we are going to have to bend this to make it look consistent with the other side, but we don't want a lot of extra wire here, so we're going to cut a little bit more off. Get our pliers back in here, wrap again till it, and this way it just about touched. In fact, I think it is touching. So then we'll take our chain nose pliers, get them in there, and make a bend, just so it has the normal bend. Then we'll get our pliers back in and wrap it again till we get it bent and in place the way we want it. And I think she's pretty good there. So now we'll open this up. Put our other side of our chain in. Come on, chain, go in. Stop sliding, please. There we go. Now we're going to close her back up. This is trying to slide off, so I don't want it to do that, so we will get our bend in place. I think it's out again, and wrap this up a little better. Stop sliding over here. Afraid I don't make too many simple loops. They're not my thing. But this is what it works better with, a simple loop than a... So... see if I need to... Okay, I think these are good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some jump rings, and we'll open those up and hook the chain to the chandelier. We'll just take one of these jump rings. Where's my other pliers? Ah, buried. Buried in the tools pile. Okay, so open this up. Grab one side of our chain, and then our chandelier, and close her up. Do the same with the other side. And it looks like we could have had, oh, probably another link or two taken out of this chain, and maybe we will still do that because it seems a little longer than I want it. Move it up here. Because I would rather have it closer to the, so yeah, I think we're going to open this one back up, take 2 links off of the chain, and then put her back on. Links off the other side, and we'll put her back together here. Come here, you. The other side. Now this feels like it's not real tight, so we're going to work it till it gets to, till I hear that scrape. There it is. So that side's done. See now how this works like a sort of like a little swing for this? Isn't that cute? And now to put the ear wire on, because of the way it's facing, we're going to, well, maybe we don't. Let's see. I think we're going to need 2, however. Be helpful if I didn't lose my pliers. Yeah. See when this line's, it's going to go sideways. So we need to bring one on. Now if you wanted to, you could put a bead up here with a, and then you wouldn't have to use, if you wired it, you wouldn't have to use 2 jump rings to put the ear wire on. That is entirely a preference kind of thing. So and there we go. There's number 1 done. But there's earring number 1. Now we need to work on earring number 2. So earring number 2, we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to make our little bead strands and hook them directly into our pieces. So for this top one, it's a spacer, pave, 3 spacers, 1, 2, 3, and 1 of these pretty beads. For the other, it's spacer, chrysocolla, spacer, glass bead. Now we will take our bell making pliers, get the smallest, go into over and around, drop her down, bring her over, straighten her up, leave a gap so we can slide on our little bar here. So there's, and grab her, take the other pair of pliers and wrap her up. Trim her off, tuck her in. Come on, baby, tuck. This is the same one that didn't want to tuck on the other one. And it's still giving me flack. So we will straighten this baby up some. See if she's in there. No, she's not. So we will hold her again and see if we can't get that tucked in better. Come on, baby, tuck. There it goes. Okay. Now verify that we're still straight. We are not. I can see that right now. So we'll want to bend this over some. And straighten it up. There we go. There's the bottom piece. Now we've got this piece. So we have to, again, put the bail making plier in. Pretty straight. Over and around and down. Bring her across. Bring her up, leave a gap, put our chandelier on, let go of the earwire, grab it, then wrap, oh, come on, get out of the way, chandelier. Cut off the excess. Get this tucked in here. See if she needs straightened. This one looks pretty good. Now, if I recall right, we cut this in half and then cut off 2 links, so we might as well cut off 4 links right now so we don't have to do it later. Now we'll cut it in half. There we go. So now we have our 2 lengths of chain here. So it's this piece again. So we want to go inside here. Actually, we could put the 1 chain on right now, so we don't have to worry about it later. sort of weak to me, but it seems to be all right. Okay, so in the tube. Now we're going to cut most of it off right here. Get our small round nose pliers. Do our wrap, which quite frankly I think is going to be way big right now. Up, so almost the full part of the ring. Gonna fit there together good, guys. I think I still have a little extra space here. Come on, go in. There we go, into your tube. Yeah, I'm gonna take off just a teeny bit more here. Come on, let me get in there. Bend that the way I want it. Oh, you slid all the way down onto that. That's not good, baby. Come out of there. There we go. Which tells me that you are not closed all the way. There we go. Now we need to get this side open so that we can put the chain on. Carefully feed the chain into here so we don't knock anything off. And close her back up. Okay, now we've got our chain on either side, and we have to jump ring it onto our chandelier. I've already taken the chains and put them on the chandelier, so the last thing to finish this off is to put the ear wire on. So it's pretty simple. You just gotta put it on the chandelier. Now this one's being uncooperative. I'll just put it on the ear wire. Then get the other one. Now this is to make sure they go straight, they're going forward when somebody's wearing them. You could, if you didn't care if they're going forward, you could always only use one. I think I may have this on backwards. If it is, we will have to flip it, because the chandelier does have a front and back. And yes, see, I have it backwards. So we're going to need to open this one back up and move our ear wire so that it faces forward. So we'll just open this baby up, take our ear wire off, and flip it around and close it again. And there we have our second finished earring. And aren't those pretty? Sorry, my camera flipped off while I was putting on the chains, and I didn't notice it till I had them on. But simple jump ringing them on like we did the other side. So there we go. There are our earrings. Like I said, a bit more complex than the first pair we made, but these ones are really pretty, I think. And they're pretty long, but they're more or less the length I like to wear. See, the piece itself is 3 inches. And with the ear wire, we're up to 3.5. So, there was our second pair of project with our earrings. Aren't those pretty? I really like the little swing thing. I think it turned out nicely. They are long. They are definitely shoulder dusters, as you can see. If I were to wear them, they would touch my shoulder, but that's all right. I don't mind that. So there we go. There's our earrings. And I hope you liked making these with me. These were our second project using our bargain bead box for July plumage. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we will talk to you next time. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye.